there is no inherent value to anything, including humans, because and life is fundamentally purposeless, because the nature of value is a form of relationships between multiple entities instead of an intrinsic property to a single entity. And thus, it makes no sense to say the inherent value of something is XYZ without putting it into a context or some sort of evaluation system with another entity, usually a human or a group of humans. And any value, including the value of a human, is only valid within such a system, a fundamentally subjective or context, a subjective context, or a construct, a subjective construct. For instance, a can of soda only carries value in its relationships with humans. It is because we drink soda, we desire soda, that a can of soda has value. Or we had this delusion or the illusion that the soda actually has some sort of inherent value, but no. That illusion is fundamentally a relationship we have with soda. If there were no human, if there were no us, if no mind of human or other things, but so far only human have mind or have rational mind. If no mind desires soda, then a can of soda is just a bunch of chemicals, water, sugar, carbon dioxide, maybe a bunch of other things. There's no ingredient called value. And the same principle applies to human as well. The value, the purpose, the meaning of someone is fundamentally their relationships with other people. Thus, we have no inherent value. And the point is, when people say the value or the purpose of someone's life is something or XYZ, they don't mean that they don't mean to talk about that someone's relationships with other people, his relationship with his partner, with his school, his employer. They don't mean those things because they are too trivial. They are too mortal. They're too temporary and too transient. But rather, when we talk about the value of life, we suggest that on some sort of hyperplane, on some hyperplane of eternity, we serve a purpose. We have a predefined use. We have a relationship with some sort of ultimate entity that never ends, that is immutable, that is static. Now, this sounds like an apologist argument, but I don't mean to be an apologist. Because my point is, there's no such thing as this hyperplane, and there's no such thing as this ultimate entity, which pretty much sounds like a god, but there's no god. There only is this material world, this materialistic, scientific, atheistic, mortal world. A world we interact with, we see and feel on a daily basis. There is no God. There is no purpose. There is no inherent value to life, to anyone's life. Your life or my life. We're all gonna die. And when we die forever. This is frustrating, or it can be frustrating, and it can be pessimistic. It is disappointing, but it is true.